welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, it's Monday morning. This weekend we've had a fair bit of hot weather and a heap of storms come through, so this is the first chance in the morning here. It's only, well, it's 20 past 6 in the morning, and things are still quite cool, but we've had 32, 34, that's degrees C, and the humidity has just been unreal. Yeah, you can't drink enough water or beer to keep yourself going. But so anyway, we haven't been doing an awful lot in the shed, but what we have done in the shed has been on me Colorado ute, and I've got a 2012 RG Holden Colorado ute, and if you remember back in February, March this year, I had trouble with it. I'd take it to work and I'd go to drive home in the afternoon and I'd get ESP service lights come up, and the bloody thing wouldn't start, and it took me a little while to track it down, and I even bought a code reader, and the code wasn't coming up, the code reader, the Foxwell code reader, wasn't coming up with any fail code. So I thought, well, I'll just start ohms testing. Pardon me. So ohms test we did, and what I worked out back then is I had one front ABS sensor with a different resistance to the other three, and so I thought, well, right, that's the go. So for $150 I put two brand new ABS sensors in the front, and it's been fine. We've done 6,000 k's since, and look, the car's only done 22,000 kilometres now, and you know, it's our one we tow the caravan when we go away with, and yeah, we go, it's four-wheel drive, we go fishing with it, and things like that. So, and but anyway, last week on Wednesday I had an appointment with the accountant. So Judy, my wife, works with us, and I get to work about 5:30 to 6 thereabouts every morning when I go, and Judy has home duty, so she rolls in a little bit later, and probably 7:30, something like that. So we had two cars there, and at 4:30 we had this accountant's appointment, and I said to Judy, well, I'll see you down there, because then we just go home from there. So I went out, car wouldn't start, would it? And ESP service come up on the dash, so I thought, you bloody heap of shit. And so I went to the accountant with Judy. Went back an hour and a half, 2 hours later, fiddled with the sensors, mucked around, it wouldn't start. All of a sudden, bang, it started beautifully. No fail code, no nothing. And so I brought the ute home and took it back to work the next day. Stopped and started it through the day as I thought of it. 4:30 in the afternoon, wouldn't start. The ESP service come up. So anyway, Judy took me home again and left the collie in the car park. Then Friday, I thought, okay, so I took our other car, I took our Triton in, and went in there in the morning, started and stopped, start, stop, and through the day I tested it, start, stopped. But anyway, I have a Foxwell scanner, which is an OBD2 scanner, which should be putting codes up, and it's an ABS sensor too, but it wasn't picking anything up, so I felt I might have needed some updates in my scanner. So I hopped onto Foxwell, and they said, oh yeah, there's a few updates, hop in here, and so we updated the scanner, and away it went. And now we can actually see some codes, and I'll just get them up on my phone here. And we have codes, but the Holden dealership, I've contacted them about buying a manual for it, and they're not releasing manuals anymore. They said if they did release one, it'd be $600, and I thought, well, that's okay. You know, I don't mind paying $600 if I can keep this vehicle for a long time, because after we bought this Holden Colorado, I spent about $14,000 on it. We've lifted it, so it's a bit better on the tracks. We've put better tyres on it. We've got a 12,000 pound winch on the front, bull bars, spotlights, canopy. We have a 70 litre water tank under the tray. And look, we spent a lot of money on it, getting it reliable so we can go touring around and hopefully not have to sell it. So anyway, I chased around and got these codes. So Holden wouldn't tell me what they were, and I can always bring the vehicle in there, and $130 an hour they'll go looking, and which I don't know. I always fixed everything myself. I'd rather work it out myself and go from there. But some of the codes that come up is U0073, which is control module communication bus off. U0100, lost communication with engine control module. U01-01, lost communication with transmission control module. Where's my other one? C0161-72, anti-lock braking system switch circuit is playing up. Yeah, C0161 anti-lock braking switch circuit playing up. So anyway, this scanner has an ABS test function. So I've hopped into the ABS motor, and I can actually test each ABS sensor, and they're working fine. I've got the car on the hoist now. I've gone right over the bloody thing. Starts like a beauty, cannot fault it. One thing though that I can't do at the moment, I can't work out why, is I can't clear the codes. I'd like to clear the codes, make sure there's no codes from another period, have a fresh start, then as soon as it does it, jump in and grab a code. But the 6-speed automatic transmission in the RG Colorado, it's the same gearbox that they use in the Corvette in the States and some of the bigger Chevy Utes. So it's a pretty tough old gearbox, but on the right hand side there's a harness where all the electrics go into it, and the controller is actually inside the gearbox on this the transmission controller is inside the box, they tell me, and apparently they've had a trouble with the plugs popping out, you know, where the plug goes in and you lock him and turn him, the plug comes out, and so you just got to make sure they're all in tight. So I've had that all out, and I've had all my ABS sensors out and Ohms tested them, and they're all testing fine. I've pulled all the ECU controller wiring apart, cleaned all that up, put it back, and haven't found a bloody thing wrong. And I can go there now and start it and run it and bug around with it and cannot fault it. It seems to be the heat in the car park at work of an afternoon seems to have something to do with it. So where it is on my hoist here, the door is the western door, so I can open that up and really heat her up of a day, but it's still not faulting. It's not going to fault at all. So I've done it 3 times in a week on me. I get it home, I cannot work out what's going wrong with it. You know, for an ECU not to talk, or a transmission controller not to talk, you've obviously got a poor connection there somewhere, a terminal or something like that. But why it would go good after replacing the other ABS sensors, now it's playing up again, I don't know. So look, if you're going to buy don't buy a bloody Colorado, right? So we've got, pardon me, we've got a 4 or 5 year old Triton, Mitsubishi Triton, cracker car, never let us down. The worst thing that happened one time was a bloke detailed it for me, and he bumped the knob off the radio, and I went and asked him, could I buy a spare part and put it on, and they said no, but if it's in warranty we'll put a new radio in. So they did that. And but yeah, look, the Triton's a great car. The missus has got a little Toyota Yaris, and it's had to go in a few times for product recalls with the Toyotas. You know, the seat mounts had to be checked, and there's all little things that have to be checked. They do a lot of testing, but apparently they don't test it. Don't test it in Australia or something. But anyway. So anyways, most of my time this weekend has been spent playing with this Colorado Ute, and it's very frustrating. But anyway, they sell beer, so I've had a couple of beers and a good think, and tried to fix it by doing that, but nah, still not bloody working. But anyway, so we don't know what to do with that. So look, if any of you have an indication or have had a trouble, get on to me and let me know, please. I'd love to know if there's just a little a little rub somewhere or something, but I can't seem to find it. So anyway, see. Right, off the Colorado, and look, I got a lovely surprise through the week. As you know, I get a bit of stuff off Evil Bay, and this parcel came in at work with my name on it and my address, and the missus hands it to me and she says, "What have you bought now?" And even she's got the office lady in on it now, and Nick, and Nick says, "Here, more toys for you, Lance." And they reckon it's Christmas every day for me, but anyway, I'm getting a funny look because what have you bought now? And I said, "Oh, I don't think I've got anything coming." And they give me that, "Oh yeah, bloody look." But look, we opened it up, and look at this. That's what was in there. Isn't that just beautiful? Now, bloke Brian, he watches our channel, and with the restoration of the John Deere, he made this for me. And he owns a business that does it, but he's asked me not to get too excited about mentioning that. He just did it as a gift and a kind gesture. But these letters here, they're actually poured aluminium. I hopped on his website and had a look, and late 90s there must have been a company that made these overseas in England, and they had the opportunity to buy the moulds, and so they're actually poured aluminium letters on a number plate base. But look, I was just bloody tickled with that. I reckon that's just the duck's nuts. I'm going to make a little bracket that I can hook it on my tractor when I show it, but I'm going to keep it in my office. Day to day I'm going to keep it in my office and tell people about it when they ask, and but when I go to shows I'll put it out there. I have a board with the tractor that that I display that tells a bit of history on the tractor, and look, this will look great. So look, thanks Brian, it's just a great thing, and you really got me tail wagging, I tell you. It's just something of beauty, I reckon, and we'll keep it all polished up, and I will keep it in my office as a keepsake, and just take it out to get weather beaten now and then. But look, just a great thing. Thanks very much. I really appreciated that. So now with my number plate, and I got my Fergie hat last week, so yeah, I'll be flash when I go out, won't I? Yeah. But look, we haven't done a lot. As I said, all the Bundy Bear shed work this week has been on the bloody ute. And but I watched a few good YouTube clips, and there's some interesting stuff out there. I always watch Amateur Redneck Workshop, old Harold, and Harold, I know you watch this, but look, I watch everything, but I watch it on the big TV, and what I have to do then is remember to, whatever clips I watch, I've got to remember to go to work the next day where I've got a laptop available, because I don't bring my computer home. I sit with one all day. I don't really want the bastard all day and all night as well. And so I watch it on a big TV screen. I watch everyone's clips up on there, and then I try and get in the next morning and put a few comments in if I can. But look, sometimes I've got there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I've had people waiting out the front, so the wheels fall off that plan from there. But anyway, it's a good thing. And look, A-Bomb, just reached a couple 100,000 subscribers. That's a great effort, isn't it? I puddle along at 1,500, having a good time. And but look, I don't know what we'll get up to today. I have to put a front axle back in my tractor, my John Deere 2030, and we're doing a bit of a series on that. We've filmed most of it on doing the front axle, but I don't know, it seems like hard work. I thought I might have a fiddle on the lathe, but we'll just see what we get up to. So stay tuned. I'll try and put a bit of something interesting there for you. Look, a little job we're going to take on today. It's something that I've had here for ages, and look, I just come across it again the other day when I cleaned up all my quick change tool posts, and that I stumbled across this little tool, and I thought, well, I haven't done anything with that. So anyway, I think I will. So look what it is. It's a quick change tool holder for a boring bar. And years ago when I was learning, I thought I thought I'd buy a quick change tool post for a boring bar, but on my quick change tool post I should have 250-201, 202, 203, 204, you know, the last letter of the last three numbers should start with 2. It's a 200 series, but look, I can't have known that, or anyway I ended up with a 250-104, and it's very close, like the dovetail's very close, but it just needs opening up just a little bit. So what we'll do, we'll sit that in the mill today, and I bought a dovetail cutter to do the job. I got it a little while ago, so we're going to just sit this up in the mill, and we're just going to pull one side out here a little bit and set the dovetail cutter up so it sits right in the corner in here, and we'll just do a run back and forth. I'll only do one side. To tell you the truth, it almost goes on. It is close. Yeah, you go to slide him on and it just misses out. You think you're going to get it. And this is one of my old boring bars I use, and look, it's about 13-16 I think from memory. It was a bit of an odd size, but it fits in here nicely. And I actually had to turn this down a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see where I've turned it. I turned it down to go in the tool holders. It's a fairly common size, so I've probably turned it down to 3/4, I would imagine. But anyway, look, this is one of my favourite boring bars, and in the past I've just set it up in a little holder here and clamped it in, and it doesn't hold it particularly well. Well, I suppose it does, but you know, if I get this tool going, it frees up another tool post, another tool holder for the tool post, and this will be nice and rigid. That's as far as it goes in. I'll always have that bit sticking out, but look, that's no big deal for light jobs. I only use this one for light jobs. See that pissy little tip it's got there? It's not very big, and pardon me, that's about 11mm triangle. But I only do the light cuts with it, and but it gives me rigidity in a light cut. I do have a few boring bars like these fellas here, and that smaller type, that's a far better one to sit in a quick change tool post like that. So anyway, we'll get set up and we'll do a couple of little runs here, and I'll make this fit. Then I'll have another boring bar all set up. I like to have everything set up. I think I had 19 quick change tool post tool holders, and look, I've just bought some more tools from overseas. So yeah, after watching Adam Booth the other day and his CNMT, I think it was, I thought, well, I've only got one of them on a boring bar. I've got a big thumper boring bar. She's a cracker, and it's got them on it. And I thought, well, I may as well gear up with them too. You've got a tool for every occasion then, haven't you? So anyway, stay tuned. We'll set this up and we'll have a bit of a run and see if we can't bugger it up.